Months have passed since Alicia shattered the mirror and defeated the spirit. She has relocated to a small coastal town, trying to rebuild her life in peace. The nightmares have stopped, and she no longer feels the constant chill of the spirit's presence. For the first time in years, Alicia feels that she can finally breathe easy. Despite the calm, there's an emptiness in her. The old mansion, the spirit, and the mystery of the chamber still linger in her thoughts. Alicia tries to push it all aside, but every now and then she feels a fleeting sense of being watched. It happens during quiet moments, when the sun sets over the ocean or when she passes an old mirror. One evening, while going through old boxes of belongings, Alicia stumbles upon her uncle's journal. She had almost forgotten about it, having kept it in the back of her closet after the mansion's destruction. As she flips through the pages, she finds something that makes her heart skip a beat. A note about a second chamber, a place deeper within the mansion where the spirit was originally sealed. The note suggests that this chamber could either destroy the spirit forever or release it completely. The revelation shocks Alicia. The mansion she thought she had left behind might hold the key to ending this curse once and for all, or bringing it back into her life. Torn between fear and responsibility, Alicia decides to return to the mansion, hoping to uncover the truth. Returning to the mansion is no easy decision. Alicia travels alone, though the journey feels heavy. The mansion still stands, decaying and forgotten, as though it has been waiting for her return. The caretaker, Mr. Harper, is long gone, and the house is eerily silent. The wind howls through the broken windows, and the air is thick with dust and memories. Inside, the mansion feels colder than before. Every creak of the floorboards sends a shiver down her spine. Alicia follows the journal's instructions, moving deeper into the mansion than she ever dared to before. She enters a hallway she doesn't recognize, which leads to a narrow staircase tucked behind a faded tapestry. The staircase descends into the earth, and as Alicia steps down into the darkness, she feels the familiar tug of fear at her chest. The atmosphere is thick with a sense of foreboding. She reaches the bottom to find a massive stone door, its surface covered in ancient symbols. The door seems to pulse with an eerie energy, a faint hum vibrating through the air. Alicia realizes this is the second chamber her uncle had mentioned. With her heart racing, Alicia pushes the door open. Inside the chamber, the air is stifling, filled with the scent of decay and the remnants of something ancient. The room is vast, and the walls are lined with strange, glowing stones. The symbols etched into the walls pulse faintly, as though alive. In the center of the room, a stone pedestal sits, atop which is a box. The same kind of box she found in the first chamber, but this one seems different. It feels heavier, more dangerous. As Alicia approaches the pedestal, she hears a voice inside her mind, soft but clear. The spirit is not gone. It has been waiting for you. Alicia freezes. The voice is the same one she heard in her nightmares. It isn't gone. It was never truly banished. Her uncle's journal had warned her that the second chamber could release the spirit, and now Alicia realizes the full weight of the curse. At that moment, Alicia hears footsteps behind her. She turns to find Deved, his face pale and filled with concern. He had followed her, fearing she might be in danger. "Alicia, you shouldn't have come back," he says. "This place, it's still cursed." But Alicia, gripped by a combination of fear and determination, doesn't listen. She steps forward and places her hand on the box. "The time has come," the voice whispers again. Deved pleads with her to leave, but Alicia feels as though she has no choice. She must end this. for good. She opens the box, and in that moment, a wave of energy crashes over her. The spirit is released. The chamber trembles as the spirit materializes before Alicia and Devd. It is no longer just a shadow. It is a monstrous, writhing entity of pure darkness and malevolent power. Its form shifts and changes, constantly flickering, but its eyes remain fixed on Alicia. "You think you can end me?" the spirit hisses. "You think you can destroy me after all this time?" Alicia feels a surge of fear, but she forces herself to stand tall. "I will," she says, her voice steady. "You won't control me anymore." The spirit laughs, its voice like 1,000 whispers in her mind. "I don't need to control you. You already belong to me." Devd steps forward, but the spirit turns its attention to him. "You, too, are weak. You are nothing without her." The spirit's power intensifies, and Alicia can feel herself weakening. But then, Alicia realizes something. The spirit feeds on their fear, their doubts, their guilt. That is what gives it power. She takes a deep breath, letting go of the fear that has bound her to this curse for so long. She looks at Devd, who stands by her side, and she knows what she must do. In one swift motion, Alicia grabs the pedestal and forces the spirit back into the box with sheer willpower. The stone walls crack, and the chamber begins to collapse as the energy of the ritual swells. The spirit screams, but it is no match for Alicia's resolve. The chamber shakes violently. Debris falls from the ceiling, and the walls buckle. Alicia, holding onto the box with all her strength, knows that the only way to end this once and for all is to destroy the spirit and the box forever. Without hesitation, Alicia smashes the box against the stone pedestal. The explosion of light and energy is blinding. The spirit lets out a final deafening scream as the curse is broken. The light engulfs the room, and the mansion begins to crumble. Alicia and Devd are thrown back by the force of the explosion, but they manage to crawl from the ruins of the collapsing chamber. As they stumble outside, they look back to see the mansion reduced to rubble. The spirit is gone. The curse is over. Epilogue: A New Dawn. Alicia wakes up to find herself lying on the sand of the beach near the mansion, the sun rising over the horizon. The air is clear, and the weight of the curse is finally lifted. Devd is beside her, exhausted but alive. They both smile, knowing that they have overcome the darkness that had haunted them for so long. In the years that follow, Alicia writes a book about her experience. She becomes a successful author, telling her story to the world. But despite the peace she has found, Alicia knows that part of her will always carry the scars of the battle she fought. One day, as she sits by the ocean, reflecting on her journey, she catches a glimpse of her reflection in the water. For a brief moment, she sees a shadow flicker behind her. But then, it fades, and she knows, truly knows, that the nightmare is over. The story ends as Alicia walks away from the shore, a peaceful smile on her face. The curse is broken, the mansion is gone, and she has finally found the freedom she longed for.